I'm heading to a place the early explorers once called the New World. But for me, it's home, Jamaica. It's an island I grew up on. First place I head to is Hellshire Beach. No tourist glamour here. This is the real Jamaica. In Aunt May's restaurant, you can pick your fish, relax and eat. 150 miles long, and with a population of less than 3 million, Jamaica is a lush, tropical Caribbean island. It may be small, but its people are a rich ethnic melting pot, coming together to form a vibrant mix of traditions and languages, arts and crafts, and also food.
You have the curry from India, you have ackee from West Africa, you have the breadfruit from Polynesia, rice from the Far East. There's all kinds of mixtures of other types of food.
The variety of food reflects the diversity that can be found on the island.
I think, like music and sport, food can be a unifier in Jamaica. It's because food crosses all socioeconomic boundaries. Whether you're a rich Jamaican, a middle-income Jamaican, or a low-income Jamaican, we eat similar food.
This is Kingston, the capital of Jamaica. Since 1872, it's been the political, commercial and religious centre of the island. It's also the cultural crossroads of Jamaica, bringing together ethnic groups and peoples, some who came here over 500 years ago. And it's through the legacy of their food that the stories of those people can be told.
Around Coronation Market, Kingston's largest daily market, to check out the local produce. It's here you can taste the real Jamaica.
How much for the ackees today?
Finding ackee, saltfish and yams, food which became the source of a bizarre rumour after the Beijing 2008 Olympic Games. Jamaican athletes stole the show at those Olympics, winning 11 medals, including 6 golds. Runners such as Usain Bolt, Asafa Powell and Shelly-Ann Fraser surprised the world with their power and speed. A story spread on the internet claiming that the International Olympic Committee decided to ban Jamaican food, saying it had the qualities of a performance-enhancing drug.
You're the fastest woman on earth. Tell me a bit about the food you eat.
Jamaican tradition, every day mommy tell you to eat your yam, your banana, your cornmeal dumpling because it lasts longer in the body. And I'm a food type, but I also love my rice and my bread, which is carbohydrate.
Right.
So I eat a lot of bread.
That's good for energy.
Yes, definitely. Right. So you'll find that when I'm in competition, I'll eat like 3 slices of bread in the morning.
Jamaica's Olympic champions became a huge source of national pride for the island. It was as if the island's historical journey had come of age, shaking off the shackles of a dark past. That dark past was slavery, started by the English after they captured the island from the Spanish in 1655. The new conquerors turned much of the island into sugarcane plantations, requiring a large labour force. The answer was to transport enslaved Africans across the Atlantic in small ships and horrific conditions.
They were packed like sardines, and a few 100,000 of them died before they arrived here. It's amazing that they were able to survive.
Today, descendants of those African slaves form the vast majority of Jamaica's population. The slaves brought with them their own traditions, culture and food, like ackees. The ackee took root in Jamaica and is today a staple ingredient of the island's cuisine. Slavery was also behind the arrival of another high-energy food source, the breadfruit. In 1793, Captain William Bligh, infamous for the mutiny he caused on HMS Bounty, brought breadfruit trees over from Tahiti as a cheap means to nourish the slaves in Jamaica. Today, breadfruit remains one of the cornerstones of the Jamaican diet. Slavery was eventually abolished in Jamaica in 1834 following rebellions. Slaves were now free to work for themselves.
Boys, years people been arguing about it. Since Rock of Ages was a pebble. People been knocking our Creole tongue or dialect. But our language is something rich and is something we should be proud of. You see, our colonial masters taught us that this language that you all speak, this Trini talk, it's backward, it's inferior. It has no syntax. It has no structure. Bad English, bad grammar. They lie. That is to fool us. You see, if you ask an English child in an English school to conjugate the verb to go, future tense, the English child will stand up, prim and proper, and say, I will go, you will go, he, she, or it will go, we will go. But if they taught our language in our schools and asked the Trinidadian child to conjugate the verb to go, future tense, the child will stand up and say, I go go, you go go, he, she, or it go go, all of we go go. So don't let nobody fool you. Our language has syntax and grammar too. You see, it's just that you have to understand the language. If you don't understand the language, you'd have problems. Trinidadians have a way of using the same word to mean a different thing in a different context. So a Trinidadian will never tell you, I beg your pardon, I didn't hear what you said. That's too long. We will shorten it and say, eh. But when we want to emphasize that you don't like what we're saying and we say no, we could say, same different meaning, different context. And Trinidadians like to emphasize what they're saying. So a Trinidadian will never tell you that he reversed out of his garage. He will tell you that he reversed back. Why? Just to let you know that you can't reverse forward.